Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Taxi Man back here again for round 9 and 10 on the full floor racing GT86 Cup. And we are at no other track than my favourite track in the whole wide world, Brands Hatch. Let's have a review of the points after round 7 and 8. As you can see on screen, currently leading the polls is Ethan Graham with 181 points. Not far behind him is Katinaz with 157. John Thompson with 139, and literally hot on his tail, Xavier McIntosh in 4th position with 138. And dropped down a few points there to Rob Schauler in 5th. Joined actually 5th with Liam Yu, who's also on 102. Adam Piper in 7th with 97. 8th place is our man Ashley Sharp in 72 points. Forgive me, Chris Clements. My brain just went to pot there. Already, we've got not even 10 minutes, not even 5 seconds into the damn thing. Chris Clements with 47 points in 9. Leon Walsh with 43 points. 12th place is Chris Rooney with 38. Then Hogan with 28 at the bottom, and Van Til with 18 there. We'll see if any of those bottom 3 will join us tonight, as they have been missing in the past. Right, let's turn down the background music and get on track, because we are due to start qualifying very soon. Who we are on board with at the moment? Here we are on board with Chris Clements, sticking around the track. We are looking so far in practice, if we have a quick look at the practice laps here, 124s. That's an impressive time. I'm not going to lie, that's a very impressive time around here. I normally think that's GT3 territory, not GT4 territory, so that's really good times how they get around here. So looking for, well, high 124s at the moment, and if anyone can break down onto that 0.5, they're going to start really carrying the pack and the race in their favour. Right, who have we got in the room with us today? Run through our list of guys. We've got Katinaz here flying down the Barbaroom straight up towards Paddock Hill. Nice, take that as tight as possible down that hill. Don't want to catch too much of that gravel, as you can see. It will do that to you, so that's one thing you've got to watch out for tonight. Let's catch back up with Rusty GT. That's Chris Clements going around Graham Hill Bend onto the Cooper Straight towards Surtees. They had to go wide and tuck back in with this corner, so taking it wide, tuck back in, get nice and tight on the exit up that hill, apply the power just right to not lose too much grip, but maximum straight down long Pilgrim's drop towards Hawthorne Bend. Who else have we got? Rob Schauler just taking a break at the side of the road there. Adam Piper, our man Elbows Piper, has not fared too well past few races. Been scrapping for top 5 positions and sometimes getting them and sometimes not. So he wanted to secure better position and better points and try and push himself further up from that 7th place ranking that he's currently got, as he heads down through Dingledale and up towards Sheens. And down again, you just got to watch this track. I love it so much. This is why I love it so much. It's got such undulation. It's got such concaves on the corners. You want to absolutely hammer it round, and there's a fine line between absolutely blistering pace and death and shadow realm. So we will see plenty of that tonight. Usual format, as you guys know. Qualifying will start in a couple of minutes. That will have our result for the grid start for race 1. Race 2, as normal, is a reverse order from the results of race 1. So winner of race 1 will be at the back of the pack. The last players in race 1 will be at the front of the pack, and which makes race 2 ever more fun and exciting. We'll stay on board here with Adam Piper now as he just tries to get on that track. I don't know if there's a limit by going all the way to that coping there on the exit of the Graham Hill Belt onto the Cooper Straight. But we'll find out shortly when it comes to the qualifying. Let's see if we've got anyone else in here. Vortex, good evening, sir. Had a chat with you in there. Do love that livery, my man. Do love that. I love the fact it's sort of a pearlescent. Speak, Daxy man, speak. Pearlescent. There we go. I can talk every now and again. Right, qualifying starts in 5 seconds. as usual here, and also with GT Sport. The person you want to use and take advantage of the slip. This is not a track where you want to get too close as well, because if you push too hard it will go wrong. Let's get on board with front place Vortex as he heads round to Druids, powering back on into third gear, hammering it down, fourth gear, dropping back to third, tucks it into the Graham Hill bend, onto the straight there. Don't know if it's a bit too much or not, but let's not matter for that, because it is just the outlap. Wide, out and tight in, up through Sheens, down to the Pilgrim's Drop. He's got a bit of clean air there, so the rest of the pack is then being followed up by Rob Schowler, then Ethan Graham, our championship race leader at the moment, then Liam New, then Xavier McIntosh, those two battling for positions. Catina's behind them there, and then the pink wonder, which is John Thompson. How are you doing, my man? Our lovely guy from the USA. How are you doing? Pardon, I don't know, it's going to be a bit too stereotypical. I'm going to cut that out right now. Then our man, Mr. Elbows, Adam Piper, take it around through Hawthorns there, onto Westfield Bend. No, there's an, what am I saying? It's nowhere near the Westfield Bend. That's Stirling onto Clearways, and down round Calms Curve. Another very tricky corner as you want to try and see go up and down a hill, and it does sort of bend out to the sort of left hand side of that track. So let's see how we start off. Get on board with Vortex, see how they get on. Round Druids, down the hill, heavy braking, round hill bend. I want to get rid of that there, so I'm taking out a few cones. Nice and tight up through Surtees there. Keeping it tight, keeping that power on as soon as possible. May not get as much speed with it, but let's see what happens at the end of this lap. Floor there, braking, fourth gear or third, depending on how you feel. Hang it round Hawthorns into Westfields. Try not to go off, up down through Dingledale towards the hazardous Sheens. Take as much of the curb as you can. Ooh, otherwise you're going to get some of that grass, and that can be dangerous. He's held onto it through Stirling and on to the Clearways, and barreled down towards Clark's Curve and onto the Bramham Straight. Let's see what we're going to start getting for lap times here. If I can press the right buttons, because I'm doing a terrible job at it. Right, first lap coming in at Vortex Racing. We are looking at a 125.8 for him, and that's been overtaken by a lot of others. Let them all just go through before we do have a catch up. At the moment it is Xavier McIntosh with us. Oh wow, look at that, 21.1. I told you, you want to be looking under that 24.5, and he's definitely done that. Nearly pushed it down to 21.3. 23, oh my days, 23 seconds. I need to get the teeth back in. Ashley Sharp, please, if you could order me a new brain and send that in the post. I've worn this one out already since our last one, and I can't afford to get another one, mate, so you're going to have to send that through. Right, as I said, Xavier McIntosh first, second is Katinaz, Adam Piper third currently, John Thompson fourth, Ethan Graham fifth, that is Chris Clements sixth, Liam New seventh, Vortex is eighth, Ashley Sharp is ninth, and then Rob Schowler in 10th. I'm trying to remember what Vortex Racing's real name is, and it's lost me. Let me know in the chat, Vortex, if you can do. Never put that in the name. See if you can answer once it's finished qualifying. Righty-ho. Catch back up and see how the rest of the pack are getting on. Oh no! Very squiggly as they come around lap 2. Let's get on board with the championship leader, taking nice and wide and trying to get tight. Round, oh, and just taking it too wide there, going down through Paddock Hill, and it's taking him off through Pilgrim Rise, and he's not managed to last until Druid. So that is that lap over and done with. He's going to have to be satisfied with whatever he got from the first two. Let's catch back up with Rob Schauler, who's currently just sat behind. Who is that in front of that? Is that Adam Piper? No, it's not. I can't tell who it is, you know. Oh, it's Ashley Sharp in the little car. It is Ashley Sharp. Let's get on board with our man Ashley, our hostess with the mostest, as he heads down now through Pilgrim Drop, just coming up through Surtees. Get down between those two last markers. You want to put on the brakes. Try and go wide and tight into that corner, a lot like Surtees. That is the fastest line round there. Up through Dingledale, up through Surtees here. I was talking about, no, that's Sheens. Oh, I'm getting my names mixed up already. Through Clark's and on to the clearways and down to Clark's Curve. Let's see what we've got for qualifying times. There have been some new ones. So far, oh my days, I was about to say no one's knocked Xavier McIntosh off his top post, but he just did. Literally 24 on the dot, followed by Adam Piper, who's now pushed up to second with a 24.2, 24.3 for Katinaz. Then Clements with a 24.8 and 24.8 as well for Rob Schauler, but that puts him in fifth. Sixth position, Tom Thompson with a 24.9, and then into the 25s with our current championship leader, Ethan Graham, in seventh position. Vortex with the 25.1, another 25.1 for Liam Yu, and Ashley Sharp just in the back there with a 25.5. It seems we're going to have a 10-man night tonight, and it's going to be interesting. Who we're waiting to get over the line. I think that's it, isn't it? I believe so. I don't know what it's waiting for. I'm just going to have to wait till the time counts down. Let's catch up with the liveries. Anything new happening with any of the drivers? No, Liam's still got that same one there. To do another lap just to close it off, but it's not going to matter as he's got 7 seconds left. It's going to take us automatically through to the race start. Sip of the amber nectar. Let's get ready for race 1. As I said, first position will be started by Xavier McIntosh. He's going to love that. Take full advantage of it. I don't think first position is on the inside line. No, it is on the inside line. Oh, he's going to be able to defend to the maximum. He does have Adam Piper second though, so let's go for it. Xavier McIntosh third, Adam Piper second, Katinaz third, Clements fourth, Schauler fifth, John Thompson sixth, Graham seventh, Vortex eighth, Liam Yu ninth, and then Ashley Sharp 10th at the back, looking for the green light to go out. And off they go. Really well spread out there, and a good start there by Xavier McIntosh. No one really been able to challenge him. He's going to take a nice wide line, then no one can cut in there behind him. Can anyone start doing the same? Then there was some movement in the background. Who was that? I believe that was Rob Schauler that managed to pick up a place, and he's cut down on the inside there. Has pushed Chris Clements a bit wide through Jewett, but he's going to be able to hold on to that line down towards Graham Hill and down onto the Cooper Straight as they head down towards Surtees. Not too much difference going on there. Clements just holding the tighter line as he defends up through Surtees onto the Pilgrim Drop, and that is good defensive, but will that help him now with the Pilgrim Drop down towards Hawthorne Bend? Nice long straight, you can take advantage of the slip and the hill there as well. Nothing as of yet. How's the rest of the pack looking? Vortex still in 6th, John Thompson 7th, me forgetting to speak lots, Ethan Graham 8th, Liam New still 9th, and Ashley Sharp 10th. For now, don't get too far back, Ashley, keep up with the rest of them. For now, everyone's staying in their actual allotted positions from the grid start. Let's see how this track plays out as we get back on board with our race leader, Xavier McIntosh, who's starting to split away with him and Adam Piper in second. Creating a bit of a gap. There's a nearly half-second gap between Adam Piper there, just pushing a little too hard, back and getting a bit twitchy. Wants to see if he can dive down that inside there into Druids. That is going to be the main overtaking spot. If you leave the door open into Druids, people will take advantage of it. They will stop the inside, and then you've got to try and defend that other line down towards Hill Bend. So difficult to do. Xavier having to do defensive work. Round 30s as well, not getting much speed, but watch out for Katina as they get a real good corner around 30s. That's going to take on the likes of Adam Piper down the Pilgrim's Drop. Nothing as of yet. He's having to do a left-right, fakey as he can. Round Hawthorns they go. Down the back straight, round Westfields. Oh, a bit of gravel being caught there by a couple of people. Up through Dingledale, through Sheens. Everyone's seen quite clear getting off that grass. You go on that grass, it is pretty much death. Round through Stirling's onto the Clearway straight and then down towards Clark's Curve. Oh, some really good defending being done there by Xavier McIntosh. Trying his hardest, but Adam Piper does have the inside line here now going up to Paddock Hill. Can he take advantage of that, or can McIntosh have the outside line and just carry the momentum round? No, that is Piper's down through Paddock Hill. Will Xavier be able to do anything into Druids? No, he hasn't. Adam Piper's keeping a tight line and he's taking that first position for now. Watch out though for McIntosh as Clements is coming down on the inside through Druids and may try and take anything into Graham Hill then. No, not as of yet. Onto the Cooper Straight they go. What a view. Oh, and some really good attack in there. Let's get on board with Vortex. As he's trying to take on Catinaz. No, he's not. My apologies. Vortex is trying to take on Ethan Graham. And it is Graham and Vortex for 5th and 6th at the moment as they head down towards Hawthorns. And it is Vortex on the inside line there. Graham will have the faster line through that corner. But he's had to just hang back now as you go through these. It's gonna, you've got to be a brave man. You've got to take that brave pill if you want to try and do an overtaking manoeuvre through these back set of corners with the undulations and the sort of concaves that they do have. Adam Piper again under threat from Xavier McIntosh into Stirling's, but if you look now, Chris Clements wants to see what he can do. Can't do anything through Clark's at the moment, but here we go onto the Bramham Straight, and again he's left that inside line open, Xavier McIntosh, and Clements has just got his nose in there, which might be able to take advantage of that braking. Let's have a look and see what he does. He has done, he's pushed himself up into 2nd, has dropped Xavier McIntosh back down to 3rd now. Is he going to now lose to 4th? Because we've got Catinaz on the inside through Druids. He is! Catinaz side by side as they head down towards Graham Hill Bend. What can happen here? Can Xavier hold him off? It is all just about, yeah, still side by side, but Catinaz has just edged in front through the Cooper Straight, and it's all changed already. Lap 4. I love Vans Hatch. This is why I love this track. It just makes anything happen. And Xavier McIntosh now being taken on, and he's just dropping down the ranks. He's being taken on by the likes of Vortex now, trying to get that 4th position. He has done. No, it's gone back down to Xavier McIntosh. Up round Hawthorns they go towards Westfields then, and down, up down Dingledale. Are they going to be side by side? No. He's dropped back down to 5th, but watch out for Ethan Graham as he looks to go round the inside through Sheets. He has done, and he's done a really good job out there. He's taking his brave pill. He is definitely taking his brave pill, Ethan Graham there. What a manoeuvre. He's followed the likes of Vortex up into 5th, and Vortex now in 4th. Catinaz now 3rd. Clements up into 2nd, and at the moment Piper is leading this race with a, well, I was going to say healthy lead, but it's not. It's 0.3 of a second, which in this race is nothing. He's got to watch out for Chris Clements breathing down his neck. A slight bit of gap, a half-second gap between Clements 2nd and Catinaz 3rd. Who was that wiggling in the background? That was Vortex coming down through Paddock Hill. He's got to watch out for Ethan Graham behind him, who will take a full advantage of any mistakes being made. That per lesson Jap speed signatory is Jan speed. Now I need to find out if they're a national company or not, because I know there's definitely a it's a Jap speed, Jan speed. It's a Jan speed in my hometown. Ethan Graves have a little poke there, see if he can do anything around Hawthorns. He can't for the moment hold his position. See what he can do around Westfields. If he feels brave enough to try and take anything round up and down Dingle-Dell, he can't for now. And everyone is sort of sat in position. Let's drop back to the back of the pack and see what's going on here. On board with Rob Schauer. Excuse me. He's got John Thompson trying to catch him back up. A little bit of the gap between him and John Thompson, 0.4 of a second. So not too much pressure on at the moment. But Rob is more than capable. He wants to try and catch back up to the higher point positions and get some more clout in his championship points. So he'll head down now through Paddock Hill, and there was someone there. Oh, that was Vortex pushing too hard down through Paddock Hill and onto the Pilgrim's Rise. That pushed him just nearly onto the gravel, but he had to save it. That sent him sideways a little bit. So Ethan Graham said thank you very much, and he took full advantage of that. That's pushed him up into 4th position, down through Cooper Straight towards Surtees. We've got action in front of us. Clements diving down the inside, up through Sheens. Oh no, sorry, up through Surtees. And taking out Adam Piper. Adam Piper not being able to do much here on the inside, trying to defend all his might against Katinaz. Katinaz definitely had the momentum there, but just couldn't find the window of opportunity to get past him. We'll see now if he tries to do anything as he comes around Westfields and up and down Dingle-Dell. Not for the time being. Round Sheens they go. Everyone keeping it tight. Take a matchman cut over the inside of that track there. Oh, Chris Clements touching a bit of grass on the exit of Stirling there as they head down the clearways onto Clark's and the Bramham Straight up to Paddock Hill. And Clements defending that inside line from Piper, which means he won't get as fast a speed down the hill through paddocks. But if he defends well, he can hold it off through Druids. Does he? Oh, yes, he does. He closed that door very late. Adam Piper there was definitely looking to see if he could do something. Nothing could be done. And unfortunately for Vortex, he's dropped back down another position. Hey, Xavier McIntosh has jumped back up into 6th. Is anything else going on behind him? Not for the time being, but there was a little bit of action. That was Rob Schauer and John Thompson there. John Thompson definitely closed down that gap between him and Rob. Wants to see if anything can be done. If you can get past him, he might have more stretch in his legs. Heading up to the halfway mark of this race already. I can't believe it. Lap 7. Both of them touching a little bit of grass on the inside there through Hawthorns. Late braking there by John Thompson through Westfields. None of them going too far. Up down Dingle-Dell. Oh no, Ethan Graham. Ethan Graham's just braked too late there, or something's happened, and he's unfortunately gone off round the Sheens. And that's dropped him back down to 8th position. Leaving just Ashley Sharp and Liam New behind him. So there's definitely been some offs there that's happened there. Missed the unfortunate off there for Liam New. And I definitely missed what happened there with Ethan Graham, but let's catch back up with the activities. As John Thompson tries to make his position known. Can he close the door through Druids? No good defending by Rob Schauer. So he keeps the inside locked in, and everyone's getting nice and tight now. Let's catch back up. That is Xavier McIntosh 5th. Katinaz is 4th. And just in front of them, Vortex Racing. So Vortex has managed to make his way back up into 3rd position. So I don't know what's happened there, but Vortex is in 3rd, and unfortunately Rory's dropped down to 8th. I didn't manage to catch it. We'll try and see if we can get replays later on for that and see what's going on. So far in the front two, it has not changed between Piper and Clements so far, but it's definitely wrestling for this 3rd podium position. So let's see what's going to happen. Currently Vortex heading it off. Katinaz wants to see what he can do. So they break late down in towards Stirling. Onto clearways. And breaking down round Clark's and on to the Bramham Straight. Up to Paddock Hill they go. Can anyone do any late dives down on the inside? Everyone's defending quite nicely. Covering that inside line, then stretching back over to the right side, left side to get maximum speed down round Paddock Hill and towards Druids. Only person really to defend there was Rob Schauler. But oh no, there's definitely some bad exit there done by Katinas, and he's going to leave himself vulnerable to Xavier McIntosh, who's now up into 4th position. And yeah, he's held that, but Katinas could lose this if he doesn't watch it and keep his momentum around Surtees. As Rob Schauler is challenging on the race down that hill on Pilgrim's Drop towards Hawthorne Bend. Who's going to outbrake who? Let's have a look here. It has been Rob Schauler's had to back out because you just can't take that inside line there, and the outside momentum has helped Katinas just hold that 5th, and unfortunately for Rob Schauler, that meant that John Thompson could just go round on the outside as well and squeeze him out as well. So he's now jumped himself up into 6th position. Our guy from the USA trying to get as much as he can do. 3rd and 4th from Vortex and Xavier there getting on the grass on the exit of Stirling. Let's catch back up with our race leaders and see what's going on. We've not paid too much attention to him for a couple of laps. 10 laps in, 7 minutes remaining. Around Druids we go. Down the short hill towards Graham Hill corner, or Graham Hill Bend as it's properly known, onto the Cooper Straight. Anything be done? Adam Watson sort of thinking, do I try and do a send up the inside there? No, just not close enough. I need to close that gap down. I need to be more or less than 0.4, 0.5 of a second away. I need to be more 0.2, and then I can maybe try something daring. Nice and tight, but he is closing that gap down, Adam Piper. Starting to apply that pressure to Mr. Clements. Let's see if anything can be done as they both hug the right hand side of that track. Clements to defend, Piper to see if he can put more pressure on. He has done onto the Ramham Straight, but he's got the outside line here, which is not going to favour him through Pilgrims, through Paddock Hill. I don't know if he's going to try and do a switch back down towards Druids because he's going to have more momentum. You can see he's got more momentum, but Clemens just holding off and holding that inside line round through Druids and being just able to defend him as much as he can. Head down towards Graham Hill corner. Wide and in, wide and tight. That's the way to take Surtees. Both of them doing so. The gap's still only 0.2, and this is definitely where you don't want to leave yourself too vulnerable. Sit in the middle of the track. Don't leave yourself open to slip attack, which he hasn't quite done. Adam Piper trying ferociously here to unnerve his opponent, make him mistaken. Can he do so here? He's trying up the inside here towards Sheets. It's a brave manoeuvre, and Piper has made it through. Can he hold it and make it stick now here through Stirling? Oh, not quite yet. Clements pulling that back onto the clearway straight down towards Clark's Curve. But this fight is definitely on. This last 5 minutes is going to be anything but boring. Let's go and see what's happening with the rest of the race. Xavier McIntosh in 3rd here, trying to close that gap down now between him and 2nd place Adam Piper. Only less than a second. It is enough time to try and pull himself back into slip range and then maybe do some possible attacking. All it takes is a bad exit from 1 or 2 corners for Piper to give that time up. Katinaz also hot on McIntosh's tails. 0.6 of a second away, so we have sort of got a front pack and a mid pack here of Ethan Graham, who's done quite well, actually pull himself back up from 8th to 5th position to get past John Thompson, who's still holding this at 5th position, 6th position, I do apologise. Vortex back down to 7th, and Rob Schauler unfortunately in 8th. and Ashley Sharp 9th with Liam New in 10th. Let's get back on board with this backpack and see what's going on with this battle here. I've not given them too much of a look in. Apologies, guys. There has been a lot of action. 3 little mini packs going on. The front main pack, the little 2-pack in the middle. And now I think that's a 1-pack of Vortex. Oh, it is Vortex, and look at that there. He has done that all wrong. Done a massive spin out going around Sterling there. He's going to leave himself vulnerable to the backpack. So it is now definitely 2 packs, and he's going to drop down to 8th, 9th. Yes, it is. Possibly 10th. No, not too much. Liam New just not close enough there. So Ashley Sharp now up into 8th position and Rob Showler up into 7th. Let's leave this backpack and see what's going on here and catch up with the front pack. Cyril Thompson in 6th, Ethan Graham 5th, and Katina's 4th. Not anything being done by Xavier McIntosh as of yet, but he's definitely got himself into the mix. And Clements now can't take a break as he's now taking advantage of the slip, trying to go around the outside of Adam Piper. Adam Piper's going to see what he can do. Ooh. Xavier McIntosh, my man. Hold my glass, he says, I'm coming through. And he just inserts himself into 2nd position. Really well done there. Hawthorne Ben, tricky corner to try and take full advantage of their 2 wide round sheets. Oh my days. And then Clements has got that spot back. So temporary for 2nd position for Xavier McIntosh, back down into 3rd for the time being. Clements defending on that right hand side. McIntosh trying to see if he can get the inside cut back. He can. That's going to give him good advantage if he keeps that inside line through the Brabham Straight and up to Paddock Hill. Nothing just yet. Katinaz now trying to defend his 4th position against Ethan Graham. Ethan Graham trying to sneak enough speed to try and get down the inside and take advantage of Druids, but can't just yet. Katinaz having to play defensive. And watch out for John Thompson. He will take full advantage of any of those 2 scrapping it away and just insert himself in there. This is the final lap. Adam Piper still in 1st position. Chris Clements put himself on the outside here, wants to see if he can get enough speed to at least get side by side and put some pressure on into Hawthorne. He can't quite yet, but can he do a cutback on Adam Piper? Not quite, but it's Xavier McIntosh having a look up on the inside on Clements. Nothing being done there as they go through Westfields, up down through Dingledale, up towards Sheens. Everyone keeping it nice and tidy. All the scrapping dive there by Chris Clements to try and take that 1st place. So Adam Piper can't quite do it. Side by side they go down the clearway straight towards Clark's, and it's all changed. It's all changed. It's then put Xavier McIntosh up in a 2nd. No, actually put. No, he's back down. No, how my days? No, it's not. Ethan Graham's up into 2nd. No. Oh my lord. No, they've got another lap. They've just squeezed by, and Adam Piper, Ethan Graham, and Xavier McIntosh have actually squeezed past just at the dead last second, and they've got 1 more lap left to fight for the podium position. So this fight is not over. Currently 4th position it is John Thompson, Katinaz in 5th, Clements in 6th, Showler in 7th, Ashley Sharp in 8th, and I can only presume that Liam New in 9th there, but we're going to stay on board with this front podium fight for 1 more lap. Quite astonishing. Adam Piper doing what his reputation knows and keeping those elbows wide, but not wide enough as Ethan Graham ploughs down through the inside of Hawthorns. Can he do anything? Up on the inside, no, we can't quite yet. Look, tucks back in for Westfields, up down through Dingledale. Anything can be done towards Surtees or Sheets. Nothing quite yet. He's putting his car in the middle of the track, trying to put Adam Piper off. Adam Piper having none of it. Xavier McIntosh also looking to see if any mistakes are going to be done by Mr. Graham. Nothing as of yet. Head down the clearways towards Clark's Curve. Is this what it's going to be for 1st, 2nd and 3rd? It does look like it for the time being. It does look like a flash of lights there by Adam Piper. 1st position for that man. Well done. What a race. What a race. This is why I love Brands Hatch. First place to Mr. Piper, second place to Mr. Ethan Graham, and third place to Xavier McIntosh. Lift that trophy, my man. I'm going to see if anybody wants to come into the chat on the Discord. If they do want to, the invitation is there to you, Mr. Piper. I'm going to see if you want to or not. I'm going to chuck myself into the commentary room. Anybody want to join me, you're more than welcome to. Remember, you will be coming live straight onto air, so please do not, I'm going to demean and record it, do not swear, do not say F's or B's or any C's or any other letter of the alphabet which made me look as naughty. Well done, what a sterling race. But how's that going to leave us with the end result from race 1? That's right, that's going to leave Ashley Sharp in first position. I am not going to go based on what's going on there. Let's actually have a look at the race results to get our reverse grid order for race 2. That's right, Vortex, unfortunately, came last. I don't know if that was a strategic move for him there, because he wasn't last due to that spin on the corner previously. Could still be, we're not sure. We'll find out. But yeah, Vortex will be first, New second, Ashley Sharp third, Rob Showler will be fourth, Chris Clemenson will be fifth, Katinas will be sixth, John Thompson seventh, then Xavier McIntosh will be eighth, ninth will be Ethan Graham, and 10th will be Adam Piper. We're going to see how these guys make it back up through the order. What a first race. Let's go to the actual chat and see what's being said on the YouTube chat there. I know, Rusty. What a race. What a race. I know. Massey has spoken. He wants another lap. He did a good job for F1. I could bribe him with a few Snickers bars and a couple of bottles of beer, and he's come to join us at Full Throttle Racing. He's a swell guy. He just likes to keep it lively, as they say. What a race. Jordan Hogan is Vortex. I apologise, Jordan. My apologies, mate. I will pronounce your name correctly for race 2 at Brands Hatch. Right. He rubs hands with delight. So look forward to the next round. That is round 10 of this series of absolutely immense races. I love these cup races which are held by Full Throttle Racing. Remember, guys, if you like this, please hit a like button. If you want to see more and hear more, hit that subscribe button and that alert to know when we are next on air. Come join our community. Come join our Facebook page. Just look for Full Throttle Racing. There are then details there to join our Discord. Come join the community. We're a cracking set of guys. It's a brilliant laugh. And you get to listen to my bloody voice commentating for you. Hey, what more can you ask for? Right. For next week's race, where we will be is long dramatic pause. While my computer takes ages to do something because it can't compute many things at once. This several £1,000 bloody thing. I don't know. I'm just going to give up just a few things and extra large icons. There we go. Oh, I can never pronounce it correctly, but it's Syncroix or Syncroix. I don't know. They make it sound like a French one, but it's a very fast track. One of the GT Sport tracks there, so that will be next week. So next race, I believe it's going to be more of an evening race set. About 9 o'clock in the evening. It is going to be at 9 o'clock in the evening, so we'll have potentially a less grippier track to work with. It's going to be more slippy. It's going to go there. Not enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I do apologise. Let's have a look. See if that's improved now. I did try and get my system to do lots of thinking at the same time, so maybe that's what's causing the issues. Right. Yeah, there was a little bit of, unfortunately, a little bit of a bugger up there on that last couple of laps there for you, Jordan. But hey, you've got race 2 and you've got the lead for race 2, my man. So you know, definitely see what's going to happen. Right. We have got the settings for the next race up. We've got the commentator ready to go. My controller doesn't want to seem to work. What's going on here? Oh no, it is working. I'm just being a bit of a spanner. Right. Let's have a look. As I said, 9 o'clock in the evening. First grid from previous race, okay. Now we've got a few minutes of warm-up before everyone's ready. Get the thumbs up from our guy in the sky, Mr. Ashley Sharp. Lots of stuff going on in the Facebook chat there, guys. Let's get on board with Mr. Hogan. Had a poor bit of luck at the end of that last race, but what a race! What a race! Yeah. As said by Adam Piper in the chat, first and 6th place were all 0.3 of a second off each other crossing that final finish line. So it was so close. It's unreal. That's why I love Brands Hatch. It is the gift that keeps on giving, and you can never, never underestimate the track. You start to underestimate it, it will punish you severely. Let's have a look here. That's that there. Right, we're good to go. 2 minutes waiting. I'm just gonna have a sip of drink. Tonight's entertainment has been brought to you by Liam Newton, who's trying to reverse round the whole of the Brands Hatch track. Currently only made it past Druids before he's gone into the wall. Let's see a reverse round Graham Hill bend here. What you don't know is that he's also at home juggling at the same time while on a pogo stick. So this man is more than talented and being able to do things multiple ones. It's going to be quite interesting to see how he takes. 30s in reverse. He's managed to hold it. God knows how. Maybe with a little bit of help from Chris Clements there. But it's all gone wrong from going up the hill. And off into the gravel pit he goes. And into reverse. There we go. Carries on now. Pilgrim's drop in reverse. You know, why not? Right. Final will begin in 5 seconds. I'm looking forward to it. Chris Clements joining him in reverse. Right, race 2 of tonight, race 10 of the GT86 Paul Far Racing Cup. And our lineup is as follows. In first place, Jordan Hogan. In second place, Liam Yu. Ashley Sharp in third. Rob Showler 5th. Chris Clements 5th. Katina 6th. John Thompson 7th. Xavier McIntosh 8th, Ethan Graham 9th, and Adam Piper in 10th. Let's get back up with first place, and away they go at the lights. See if there's any shenanigans round Paddock Hill to start off with, and it looks like Showler has been squeezed out of position. Does that mean Clements is going to take full advantage of that? Yes, he is. As they head down to Druids, has he got the inside line? No, he doesn't. I'll tell you who does have the inside line. Showler does on Sharp, and he makes that manoeuvre straight away. Sharp, I don't know if you can pull that back down towards Graham Hill Bend. Let's have a look. Oh, he can just hold on to it, so then they're going to be side by side down towards Surtees. Can he pull it back? Not quite yet. He's dropped back down into 4th, and he's now going to have to challenge Chris Clements around there, and he has not been able to do so successfully. That's dropped him back down to 5th. Unfortunately for Sharp, dropping from 3rd position down to 5th within the first lap. not much else going on in the track with movement so far. Adam Piper, that's a lie, Adam Piper has actually managed to make his way up into 7th. Paul Cortinas has dropped himself back down to 8th, so there has been a bit of movement as they now go down round Westfields, up Dingledale towards Sheens, and around they go down to Stirling. Oh, Liam New running far too wide there. He's going to lose a position or two. He has done. That's going to leave Chris Clements, who managed to take 3rd position from him, and he's now dropped down into 4th. And Jordan Hogan taking full advantage of that 1st position he's been given, and actually he's got the biggest lead that any racer has had tonight at Brands Hatch, which is nearly a 2nd lead at this point here. It was 0.7 coming down from Paddock Hill, but it's now went up to nearly a 2nd. That's a fight for 2nd and 3rd. Heats up between Rob Showler and Chris Clements. Round Hill Bend, down the Cooper Straight, towards Surtees. Clements trying to spook Showler there, not much being done. Showler being nice and tight, but Clements a little wider, might get a bit more momentum down the Paddock Hill here. Down Pilgrim's Drop. Not enough to do anything. Catch back up with everyone behind him. Liam New in a bit of a safe position for the time being, half second away from 3rd and half second away from 5th, leaving him in technically quite a safe spot for the time being. John Thompson in 5th for now. Adam Piper up into 6th. That's our race winner from race 1, taking full advantage of curb there through Sheens. After down round Stirling onto Clearways. Cortinas up to 7th. Ashley Sharp, unfortunately for him, has dropped back down to 8th. And don't know what's happened there with Xavier McIntosh and Ethan Graham, but they are far behind in 9th and 10th. So both of them not going to be wanting to stay in that position for too long. So they are both contenders for quite good points in the championship for the time being. And especially Ethan Graham, he does not want to give or let any other driver take the advantage of getting a lot maximum points more than him. It will start chipping into his lead, and it will put him under pressure. Catch back up with Vortex. His lead dropped now to 0.2, 0.3 of a second as they head up round Surtees. A little bit of curb grab there by John Thompson. That's going to leave him probably at a disadvantage. Liam New close enough to do anything? No. Well, he is, but he's not catching him, so he's not able to do anything quite yet. Jordan Hogan hold on to 3rd, first for the time being, but does have the AXR driver Rob Showler breathing down his neck up down Dingledale, round Sheens, heavy braking in to Stirling and on to Clearways. Chris Clements wants to get back up into the action. He wants to get a 2nd podium. He wants to get a 3rd first personally, but for the time being he's got to settle for the 3rd until he can either put the pressure on or find a spot to get past Rob Showler. All 3 of these drivers more than capable. Showler doing a little fakie onto the inside there down Paddock Hill, not enough to deter Hogan not leaving the door open through Druids. No, he isn't. Nothing can be done here. Defending one line and then defending another through Hill Bend, and nothing really changing with any of the drivers there. A wide line taken there by Showler and by Clements, but a tighter line having to be taken there by Hogan to defend, and that does mean that Showler is really right up behind his windpipe, tailpipe, and he's going to look to get the maximum on the outside of that corner and see if he can possibly switch back down towards Westfields. Can he do that? Not as yet. Anything done through Dingledale? No. Showler not taking full advantage of the track there, so not getting as much speed as he could do. Round Sheens. Oh, and such a grass there for John Thompson. That's when you've got to start not trying to cack yourself, because you need to slow down for Stirlings, but you can't brake too hard on that grass, otherwise you'll be to a shadow rail, as they call it. Or if you're unfortunate, to Barrier. Either way, the trip is not pleasant. And Schauler really starting to try and put the pressure on Hogan here. Hogan doing maximum defending. Oh, John Thompson! Oh no, he's lost it going down Paddock Hill. And Schauler unfortunately left the door open against Jewitts. And that has left the challenge for Chris Clements. But not enough of a challenge to take him on round through Graham Hill Bend. Oh, a bit of back end action there by Chris Clements. So that's kept him in third position for the time being. But who's now moved up into fourth? That is Katinaz. Unfortunately for John Thompson, he's now moved down into seventh, but it's Adam Piper now in fifth, making his way slowly further and further back on the pecking order. And this man wants to have a double victory for tonight if he can do. I've seen him do it before, he's more than capable. Round Hawthorns they go. 0.8 of a second between him and fourth place Katinaz. And what has happened here? We've had a massive dip off. Who have we lost? Vortex. What's happened to Vortex? Oh, I've missed that. Vortex has had some form of issue, and he's dropped a step back down to sixth, and that's taken him out of the podium running. So now it's just a 1-2 for the saviour for Rob Schauler and Chris Clements, who are really tight neck and neck for that first and second position, but the massive 1.3 second gap between them and third place Katinaz. Also try and close that gap down now as quickly as possible and see if he can get maximum points if he can. Clements on the inside trying to push out Schauler. Schauler not having any of it. Round Hill Bend holding his first position onto Cooper Straight, heading down towards Surtees. Widen in, try and catch much momentum going up that hill and onto the Pilgrim's Drop straight. I don't know what, it must be summertime because it is never this bright in the UK at 9 o'clock at night now, I'll tell you. It's nearly 9 o'clock in the UK now and it is pitch black, so it's definitely not this time of year. It must be the summer. Rob Schauler commanding his first place and putting a good half-second gap between him and Chris Clements for the time being. Clements doing all he can to try and close down that gap for now. He's got to watch out because Katinaz in third position has closed that 1.3 second gap down to only 0.3 seconds. He's shaved a whole second off in one lap. And then, hold on a second, who's now up in the fourth position? It's Adam Piper. Adam Piper up in the fourth. This man definitely does seem to want a double podium night, and he's more than capable of it as he closes that gap down between him and Katinaz to only half a second. And Schauler having to do a lot to defend now. And the fact that they're bunching up behind him does sort of work in his favour to a degree. It means the guy behind him can't press him too hard or can't be too flamboyant with any fake manoeuvres or, you know, out of the box thinking, because if he pushes it too hard and mucks up, they can then leave himself prey to drivers like Katinaz and Adam Piper behind. Round the Westfield, up down Dingle towards Sheens, and everyone going nice and tight. I don't know what's happened there. We've had a DC, unfortunately. That is Jordan Hogan, who's unfortunately dropped off there. Mate Jordan, hope everything's all right, buddy. Let us know in the chat. Hope you're okay. For the time being, it is staying a bit static. The gap between Katinaz and Piper slowly getting ever smaller, 0.2 now. And this is what it's going to turn into. Oh, Katinaz looking to go down the inside. Can he do anything there? No. Good defending from Schauler. But with that, Clements has left the door open. He's run wide. Can Katinaz do anything here? No. But Katinaz has left himself prey to Adam Piper. And Adam Piper's then pushed way through on Graham Hill Bend. And that is him into third position as they head down the Cooper Straight towards Surtees. And he has commanded that third position. He's definitely got a podium for at least the time being. 9 minutes left on the timer. 8 laps in. And let's go back down the pecking order and see how things are going. Liam New currently defending for 5th position against Sean Thompson, who's really trying to put the pressure on there, as you can see. He's got the speed through Westfields, up round Dingledale, through Surton, through Sheens, around Stirling. Nothing being done quite yet. Let's look at the backpack. Ashley Sharp still holding 7th. Xavier McIntosh in 8th for now. And Ethan Graham is in last place with 9th position. It's not where he wants to be. It's not where he wants to be. He's not had a good second race here tonight. Let's catch back up with the top 4. Oh wow, here we go. Rob Showler again defending on the inside there. Chris Clements seeing if he can take more pace around the outside to spook Showler, but nothing being done quite yet. Everyone running very wide on the exit of Hill Bend. And Clements wants to see if he can spook Showler round Surtees, not quite yet. Down Pilgrim's Drop they go. Showler can't do anything but defend the inside line. Clements knows this and gets a nice fast momentum round Hawthorns, but doesn't give him enough to try and do anything round Westfields. No, it doesn't, but it does leave his inside open to attack from Adam Piper. And Adam Piper now heads up down through Dingledale, wants to see if he can do something through Sheens. Oh, he can do. Oh, that has pushed Chris Clements a little wide there. I don't know if that was a bit of contact or not, but that's dropped him back down into 4th position and Adam Piper into 3rd. And with that, Katinas has been automatically promoted up into 3rd position. So Piper now into 2nd. He's definitely securing a podium for him, but that is not enough for this man. He will definitely want to get a double podium for tonight and get maximum points where he can do and increase his standings. Katinas there just getting a little sideways coming down Paddock Hill. Chris Clements not being able to do too much at the moment. Hold on to that 4th, a little bit too much power on the exit and the car a little squiggly. John Thompson want to get back up into the mix here. He has managed to get past Liam New. So he wants to try and catch up with that front pack and see if he can get any better points than what he has got from 5th position. As for that, there is a bit of a gap. 1.1 seconds between Liam New and John Thompson, and then another 3 seconds dead between him and 7th place Xavier McIntosh. Ethan Graham there, not too far behind Xavier McIntosh in 8th, but still a long way to go. He's got past Ashley Sharp, who's currently now unfortunately down in 9th position. Let's catch back up with the front runners as this is ever moving. Rob Showler doing a sterling job of holding that 1st position, keeping track momentum as fast as possible, but also defending to his heart's content. Nice and tight down through Paddock Hill. Adam Piper trying to look if he can get down on the inside here into Druids. Can he? No, door closed by him there. Chris Clements wants to see if he can get back into the action. Not quite yet. But oh, a little bit, oh dear, a little bit sideways there coming out of Druids for Rob Showler. And that has left him open. And with that, Chris Clements has somehow capitalised from that. That's dropped Showler back down to 4th. And now John Thompson up into 3rd. What has happened to Adam Piper? Adam Piper's fit back down into 6th. So Showler and Piper both getting all types of wrong there, as Showler and Piper basically got caught up and slowed down while Showler was trying to control his potential spin out there, which didn't happen, but like I said, it's dropped them both several positions. They're now 4th and 5th. Piper's going to be a bit distraught about that as he got himself up into at least 2nd position, but who is now in 1st? It is Chris Clements in that 1st position, and it is Katinas 2nd and John Thompson 3rd. Not much of a gap between Clements and Katinas now, and only 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. 11 laps in. Possibly only another 2 to go, maybe 3. Martinez there having to defend it inside line against the advances on John Thompson, but John Thompson not watching carefully enough in his mirrors. Schauler tried to nuzzle in, he's got the inside line on him through Druids and tries to see if he can do the switch back through Hill Bend. Not quite yet, not quite yet. Can he do it through Surtees? Inside line taken, he has done. Up into 3rd position he's gone, taking that podium as points back. Adam Piper has followed him through as well, and that's put him up into 4th position. Unfortunately, John Thompson has now dropped back down to 5th. Martinez looking for any little gap that he can do past Chris Clements. For the time being, Clements keeping himself very tight. Oh no, there goes Schauler. Schauler through Westfields, and that puts Adam Piper up into 3rd and John Thompson into 4th. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he just got a bit too much grass on the exit or pushed it, cutting on the inside there, but that has put Schauler all the way back down. I can't see there, actually, it's gone quite far down. Oh yeah, that is him all the way back down to 9th. And he's just sat there. He's obviously not happy about what's just happened there. I don't know if it was a mistake by him or an accidental bump on the back end, crucial around that corner, because like I say, those corners, they keep you at such a sort of momentum and angle and degree that if there is just the slightest bit of contact, it can just send the back end of that car round. So I don't know if it was that. I didn't see it myself, but then I didn't really get a good spot. But ooh, Martinez getting a bit sideways on the exit of Hill Bend there. And Adam Piper wants to see if he can capitalise on that momentum. Up through Surtees, down Paddock Hill, down Pilgrim's Drop here. Why am I getting those two mixed up tonight? I really don't know. Round Hawthorns, down towards Westfields. And for the moment, Piper not being able to do anything. He's just got to sit tight, go around Sheens. Keep it tidy into Sterling. Can he do anything on the clearway? Not quite yet. John Thompson coming back into the fray behind him though in 5th position. Look at that. Ethan Graham has made himself back up into 6th. Oh, sorry, that is Xavier McIntosh has made himself up into 5th, but Ethan Graham into 6th now. I don't know how much of a gap they do have. 2-second gap between McIntosh and 4th place John Thompson. And Ethan Graham in 6th position just behind him. Will anything change now here? Martinez not managing to do well round that hill bend, and Piper's trying to look down on the inside, see if he can do anything. A little bit of contact there, we had to back out. Couldn't do anything quite yet. He saw the door was there for Surtees, but Martinez did close that at the last minute. And he couldn't do anything apart from just back out of that attack. Through Hawthorns again. Down round through the back corners. Westfields onto Dingletail. And we just have our guy there sitting on the side, Jordan Hogan. See what's being said in the chat in the meantime. Yeah, unfortunately it seems that unfortunately just lost the back end of that car. Very frustrated. He can't stay. He can't be dealing with the car around these bends. Not a happy face. And here we go. First, second done. End of the race already. That is Chris Clements for first. Katina second. Adam Piper managing to get a podium position still in third. Xavier McIntosh fourth. John Thompson 5th, Ethan Graham 6th, Liam New 7th, and Ashley Sharp 8th. Rob Schauler still in 9th. I don't know what's happening with him there. He's just going to sit there for the time being. Hopefully he will move, I don't know. Obviously the race will end if he doesn't cross the line after a certain amount of time. see. Yeah, 48 seconds and the race will be over. I don't know if he's just got to drag it out or if he's got to try and move at all. For the time being, no. Congratulations from Katinaz in the chat towards Chris Clements. It was a sterling race. Really well done there by Katinaz there. By Clements holding on to that first position, managed to get that back in the last minute. A shame there for Rob Schauler, who did a really good job of defending that first position all the way through the majority of that race. Unfortunately, after Mr. Hogan went, and I'm guessing he span out on the corner there, so some people hate this track, some people love this track. I'm one of the ones who loves it. Liam Newman's also in the don't like it category with Mr. Hogan, so there we have it. Chris Clements first. And victory for that man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, well. What a night it's been. What a night. I love it. I love Brands Hatch. Like I say, next week we're back at St. Cruz. Or St. Croix, St. Cruz. I was going to say St. Croix. St. Cruz. I can never pronounce French correctly, but it's one of the tracks from GT Sports. From myself, Taxi Man, it is a good night. Congratulations to both Adam Piper and Chris Clements for both winning round 1 and 2. And good night from Full Throttle Racing. And guys, if you did like this again, hit that subscribe, hit that alarm, and give us a thumbs up. For me, it's night. Doodles!